Wednesday greetings. If you've ever observed little children on the playground, sharing treats, sharing the toys, watching out for one another, giving each other a hand up the steps of the slide, the monkey bars, the seesaw, stopping the merry-go-round when somebody says, "Oh, I'm getting sick, let me off." How they treat one another. They don't look at the color of the skin. They don't look at the size or the shape. If another little one is their friend, they're friends. They may be upset with one another in 1 minute, and the next minute they're back playing. They don't hold grudges. We can gain wisdom from observing children. Today's lesson comes from Job chapter 32. And though Elihu is not a little child, he's younger than Job and Job's three friends. And so he has listened at them. All three friends give Job reasons and kind of just berate him and say, "Listen, brother, it's something you've done. You've caused all of this, this mess." And he listened to Job kind of getting an attitude of self-righteousness instead of humbling himself and say, "Lord, what is it that you want me to see in this?" So he waits because they're his elders. And we've been taught to respect our elders. So he let them go first. And it says, chapter 32, verse 1, so these three men, Job's three friends, ceased to answer Job. They stopped talking because they thought, well, he's righteous in his own eyes. Then was the wrath, the anger of Elihu, who is the son of Barachel, a Buzite. It stirred against Job because Job justified himself rather than God. Also against his three friends. Elihu was he'd had enough of them too. He was very angry because they didn't find an answer, and yet they had condemned Job. So he waited until Job had spoken, and because they were older than he, and when he saw that they didn't have any other answers in his mouth, he said, "Listen, I'm young and you are very old. Therefore, I was afraid. I was being respectful, and I didn't want to share my opinion. I said, days should speak." He's meaning your age, your wisdom should speak. Multitude of years should teach wisdom. I mean, you guys are old. You need to have some wisdom. That's what we're expecting. But he said, this is our key verse, but there is a spirit in man. Hallelujah. 8. The inspiration, the breath of the Almighty giveth him understanding. Elihu is saying, listen, it doesn't matter whether you're young or old. The Spirit of the Lord can give you wisdom. It comes from God. And he had given Elihu something to say. And Elihu was so respectful that he did not interrupt those elders. He let Job talk, and he let the three friends condemn Job. And then he's like, okay, so since y'all have finished talking, let me just share with you. I held it all I could because I said, you know what? They're older. They should have the wisdom. But the Lord has given me something. The application is today is don't miss the wisdom saying that that person is too young. They can't tell you anything. Yes, they need to be respectful. But listen, we can learn from anyone. Job chapter 32, verses 1 through 8. The key verse, verse 8. But there is a spirit in man, and the breath of the Almighty giveth them understanding. That is deep. I love it. So I pray that you have a wonderful Wednesday. Please remember that the Lord loves us and he so wants us to love one another. And God willing, I'll see you the next day. Bye.